Hey people, injured here, 3v3 Typhon Arena, blue team. Dark Riku plays a Grey Knight brother captain, durable commander with good offense and support, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Alongside Adila plays an Inquisitor, offensive commander, fights melee to start off, can get ranged weapons, lots of stuns and snares and crowd control. And rounding out blue team, Commissar Yarrick is a Commissar Lord, good offense and support, fights melee, starts off with an energy shield. Red team, Floid is a big stompy Hive Tyrant, very durable commander, starts off melee combat, good offense and support, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. HansMoleman alongside Eldar Warlock has already lost some health, great mobility with fleets, good offense, can tank, disrupt and support. And Boris, rounding out red team, is a mech teleporting commander, fights ranged, puts out some nice DPS, can also support, disrupt, build structures and repair, but is not very tough. And it's kicking off at the bottom. Warlock in lots and lots of trouble. A Hammer of the Witches from the Inquisitor, that's a starting ability. Warlock gets away though. About 5 hit points when he started to flee, I think. Already have a war banner up from Boris's Orks. Sluggers can build them. The mech boy himself can also put them up. They give you a damage buff. All of this infantry now buffed. Commissar Lord trying to get in amongst that stuff, but too much firepower. HansMoleman with triple dire Avengers. Meanwhile, top of the map we have the 2 victory points, natural for red on the east, natural for blue in the north. Dark Riku with a strike squad on the field, heavy infantry, very versatile and durable, good melee and ranged, with these halberds and stormbolters. Also the stormtroopers, of course. Brother captain seems to have some trouble getting up some stairs. Stairs are now heresy. You can do it. I think he's going to do it. Lots and lots of firepower bottom. We have 2 turrets up, 1 from each Imperial Guard player. Shouldn't be too much of a problem though. You can take out an Imperial Guard turret with 2 plasma grenades. This will just be taken down with firepower though. Sentinel on the field for Commissar Yarrick, tier 1 vehicle that can decap points but cannot cap them, has the ground pound upgrade already. Inquisitor almost taken down by this crazy triple dire Avenger range firepower. One of them has the aspect. I have another war banner here. Some Imperial Guardsmen trying to take it down. They have their sergeants. And Mechboy teleports right into their face with this death gun, which suppresses. Doesn't need to set up when he teleports again as well, so it can be extremely useful early on. There's a grenade in amongst those guards and big boom, and 3 or 4 went down. In fact, he lost an entire squad, did Commissar Yarrick. Sentinel now trying to get away from these sluggers. Boris with double shooters, Floid with double termagants and a Ravener brood. And we have a Rhino into some purgation for Dark Riku. That's going to allow him to drive around the map and burn down generators. 499469, single cap for blue. Commissar Yarrick lost his Sentinel as well, is now replacing the guardsman he lost, and Adila has some Catacomb Devils on the field. Here we see the Raveners start off as a disruptive melee that can borrow strike, but they have been given their Devourer. Look at the damage those incinerators are putting out from that purgation squad. Almost wiped out those termagants. Here is the Rhino, tier 1 transport for Grey Knights, does not get a weapon until tier 2, starts off with super heavy infantry armor, and with 900 hit points it's not easy to take down in tier 1 unless you have a bunch of power melee weapons. 488, 463. Purgation incinerators did take a slight hit in 2.0.8 in that they do not suppress instantly anymore, they take a few seconds. Commissar Lord has gone down, Mechboy has also gone down, but he's leveled. And still this huge amount of firepower, and look at all these energy shields going up as well. That's going to be very telling early on, I think. Here we see an improvised explosive from the Catacomb Devils, the knob leader on the shooter boys is able to spot it. Boris has one on both squads, and more shields going up from Hans. Dark Riku decapping Red's natural and hitting power here with these incinerator purgation squads. You also get a heavy cover bonus for standing next to the Rhino, so it does have other uses in tier 1 than merely transporting stuff. And double Raveners from Floid. They do have some disadvantages compared to other jump troops. The main one is that their jump takes quite a long time to happen, and they can be shot up and attacked while they are making it. So they're not good initiators in the same way that Assault Marines and Raptors are. It's better to send in your force and then jump your Raveners in so they don't get focus fired. They are very, very quick, of course, and do have power melee if you don't give them their Devourers. And they're only 350-40, so still a nice unit. Just can't use them the same way that you use Raptors or Assault Marines, or even Storm Boys really. Storm Boys can initiate, they aren't as tough as the Raptors and Marines. Our red team gonna push power? No, they aren't. There's a bunch of guardsmen down here. We have some Deathcore of Krieg, Catachans, and some more Cadian troopers. 453, 450, a 2-to-1 cap for red. There's a grenade, nicely dodged, but these guys were suppressed by the mech boy who's teleported onto this ledge and is suppressing the crap out of all of this stuff, but he does go down. 445, 450, another grenade, nicely dodged again by the Imperial Guard players. And there is a Commissar Lord Flare, a fantastic global. I'm not sure how much it costs. You see it often, and it's always very, very annoying to deal with. Catachans here, standing out in the open, shooting their shotgun. Should be forcing melee on these things, I think. Why are you shooting? Go and melee those Dire Avengers or those shooters. Getting very, very, very low on hit points, and they managed to retreat with 4 members and 20 hit points. Here we see a smoke shell by the artillery spotters, and there is the artillery shell. These guys got a slight damage buff on their starting shell, makes them a bit more of a threat early on. And blue team are going to hit this power. Look at all of his energy shields up. Meanwhile, top Hive Tyrant is capping this power. No war gear for him thus far. Here are those incinerators. They cannot suppress the Hive Tyrant, but doing a decent amount of damage alongside the strike squad. And Dark Riku's tier 2 and has a heavy bolter, twin linked heavy bolter in fact, on top of his Rhino now. Here we see a brood nest put up by Floid. That's a global ability of the Hive Tyrant. 100 red gets you a reinforcement point whenever you want. Ravenous burrowing, but this Rhino now has vehicle armor, you can tell, because it only has 500 hit points now. And look at the damage that this Termagant's almost wiping them again, good grief. Purgation squad have almost leveled already. And I don't think Floyd is going to be able to hold against this Rhino. Is no vehicle counter, he's still tier 1. We might see the Venom Cannon from the Hive Tyrant. Maybe a quick Venom Brood. Whoa, Purgation squad almost losing the squad there. Dark Riku gets away with 73 hit points. They are quite vulnerable, Purgation squad. They also lose a third of their firepower whenever they lose a member, of course, since they all carry their heavy weapon. There is an artillery shell going off. It's the incendiary shell, in fact. Some good damage over time on that blob. I don't think they've noticed. Lots and lots of shields still up, and those 2 war banners are still up as well. We have squad leaders up, Exarchs on all of these Dire Avengers from the looks of it. And a Chimera on the field for Yarrick. Tank Busters already on the field to counter for Boris. And stick bombers as well. Artillery unit for Orks. Chuck some grenades in. Also fight melee. And there we see it. This might be some stun grenades. Yes, they even stun vehicles for a short duration. And Floyd has quite kindly put up a brood nest to support his teammates here. Nothing in tier 2 for Adila. Is he saving for a Bane Wolf? He might be. Needs some more red. The war banners go down. And there is a Hammer of the Witches and an smoke shell, sorry, coming in from the spotters. And there is the Bane Wolf armed with this toxic cannon thing. Lots of damage to that infantry. They got crippled as well by the crossbow. And fully, this thing is probably the best thing in the game at hitting generators. Gonna make short work of this brood nest, but he doesn't go for it. See how quickly this thing takes out this generator. Look at this. Some incinerator purgation squad are here as well. Dark Riku going straight to tier 3. He's going tier 3 before Floid even makes it to tier 2. 443, 299. It's a triple cap for blue. Look at this map. Very, very dominant so far, and they've completely wiped this power as well. Floid does have the Venom Cannon queued up for tier 2. 140-40. It's not a cheap piece of war kit, but it is very, very good. Rhino able to drive around at will. Absolutely nothing to threaten it so far. Strike Squad now have their Justicar, so they get a couple of abilities. You saw one there, draining the energy and damaging surrounding squads. They get a couple of really great abilities with their Justicar. Can also give energy to an allied unit, and this is some crazy damage on Floyd's stuff. He does have the Venom Cannon up now, but he lost Hormagaunts and Termagants. That was huge losses for him. 443, 223. The Chimera is up, as is the Bane Wolf still. Wraith Lord getting stunned by allied stun bombs, I think. There's the Tank Buster Barrage. That thing can really wipe vehicles in one volley. Light vehicles anyway, like these things. Wraith Lord has a shoulder mounted Bright Lance. It can fire on the move, but does suffer an accuracy penalty and almost took down the Bane Wolf. He's now standing still though, and this thing puts out some crazy DPS. It's going to take down the Bane Wolf surely. Down it goes, and the Tank Busters, one more volley will take down this Chimera, and that is huge losses for blue team. Did not recognize the threat quickly enough, which is what 3v3 is all about, recognizing threats and countering them quickly, or just moving the hell out of the way. Boris with double sluggers here. No upgrades for them though. A 2-to-1 cap for blue. Floyd will take his natural back. He still has these double Raveners, both with Devourers. Might want to get some ranged Synapse on the field. Venom Brood will also help him take care of that Rhino. Dark Riku is tier 3, and he's floating tons of resources here. Has not got anything for his brother Captain is white. Just used him to run around and tie stuff up so far. Hive Tyrant here. The Twin Link Heavy Bolter does do a decent amount of DPS, as you can see. Hive Tyrant already losing half of his hit points. Purgation Squad still with their incinerators. They can get side cannons in tier 2. Dark Riku, what's he going to go for? He might be saving up for Paladins. 437, 169, though I'm not sure why he'd get Paladins at this stage. Maybe to go after this Wraith Lord, which is now top, and with that Bright Lance is a threat to this Rhino. Brother Captain being a nuisance. Needs to be careful though, because here comes a Wraith Lord, and this thing really hurts in melee. Looks like he will get away. Wraith Lord will need to run around this unbreakable cover and cannot catch the Brother Captain to smack him. We have some Adrenal Gland Warriors now on the field for Floyd, and Land Raider Crusader is dropped by Dark Riku. Has some Hurricane Bolters. That's 6 bolters strapped together. Twin linked assault cannon and a multi-melter. Can also fire a grenade barrage out the front, which you just see there, decimating those Eldar, which do get away though. Level 3, level 2 and level 2 Dire Avengers. Can they counter this Land Raider Crusader? All of these bolters will suppress you eventually. Wraith Lord backing off, as is the Hive Tyrant. He has his warp field up and improved Synapse. Knobs on the way for Boris. Adila is tier 3, only has double Guardsmen. Commissar Yarrick with double Stormtroopers, Melter Gun guys, and some more Melter Gun guys with their anti-armor kit. They also get a Melter Bomb. some of the best anti-vehicle troops you can get in tier 2 in my opinion. Melter Bomb can infiltrate and have melter guns. 437, 137, a 2-to-1 cap for blue. Bane Blade on the way for Adila. Floid going for some Venom Brood. Knobs hitting the field right now for Boris. His mech boy is down. Where is he? He's over here. There's a smoke shell. And an incendiary shell as well. You get the incendiary shell from the tier 2 upgrade, which doesn't show up in the unit card, but they can get a different upgrade in every tier, buffing the damage of their main shell. 437, 117, Land Raider Crusader is going to park itself on Red's natural victory point. Also gives you health and energy regeneration, but you do need to be quite close to this thing to gain that buff. Is another flare from the Commissar Lord. Not sure why he used that. Inquisitor now with her mandate and that great crossbow of hers. It's quite expensive though, 30 power to get this crossbow bolt pistol up. It is very good though, and she's going for Purgatus. 250, this is not cheap. I usually prefer to get Excruciators when I'm running the Inquisitor or her Interrogator armor. Stun bombs chucked in by these stick bombers who have hit level 2, and here come the knobs. And these guys are fearsome, elite tier 3 melee unit that can go toe to toe with anything in the game once they have their upgrades. They do have Mina and Greener, you can tell by the plus icon above their unit indicator there, which allows them to go invulnerable and break suppression. Meanwhile, east side, huge engagement. Wraith Lord, Venom Brood going after this Land Raider Crusader. Double Wraith Lords, in fact, from HansMoleman. Has Dark Riku overextended his Land Raider here, and the Bright Lance. This is a dead Land Raider easily. Where is the Hive Tyrant? He's there shooting away, and down goes the Land Raider. Huge mistake from Dark Riku to overextend it that far. And good play by HansMoleman to recognize the threat and come and double with Floid. Dark Riku now has absolutely tons of red, could drop an orbital bombardment. Boris can almost drop a rocks as well. It's a 2-to-1 cap, 427, 35. Huge VP lead for blue. Bane Blade is up at the bottom. Super unit for Imperial Guard, bristling with guns, double las cannons, twin link heavy bolters, demolisher cannon, and that huge main battle cannon as well. Commissar Lord for Yarrick has the power fist and stubbornness. Straight up DPS weapon, the power fist. He can also get the fist of Brockus. Always thought it was a bit odd that he has 2 power fists. Seems a bit lazy of Relic, but there you go. 427, 27, and it's a 2-ton cap for red. They have a lot of VPs to make up. Double Wraith Lords here. This guy getting a shuriken. This one has a Bright Lance. Ravener Brood with enhanced muscle coil allows them to burrow indefinitely and buffs their speed by 1, as you can see. Hive Tyrant's level 2. Mech Boy back to his feet, level 3, and has the proximity mines. Don't see this war gear very often, but it's pretty nice. Is he going to get the beamy death gun to try and deal with this Bane Blade? We do have the Inferno pistol up for the Inquisitor. 427. I think he got this to try and deal with those Wraith Lords, but they are top. Inquisitor is suppressed. Mech Boy taking a huge risk, getting close to drop those mines, or throw them rather, and now needs to retreat. And here come the knobs with their U-jammers and Mina and Greener, and they are gonna be a huge threat to this Bane Blade. Adila trying to demolish a cannon, boom. Knobs had popped Frenzy, Frenzy cost 75 red, but look at the top. Huge engagement gonna kick off. Here come Meltagon Stormtroopers, there is a Melter Bomb going off, Bright Lances in the back there. Can't help much versus the infantry, can use the Scorch ability of course, that it has in Elite. We have Strike Squad level 3 going to force melee on this Bright Lance, but this is a huge mistake. 2 Wraith Lord strike right there are going to absolutely murder this strike squad. They're going to go down in retreat definitely. Dark Riku losing level 3 strike squad there. And here is None Shall Fall. Commissar Yarrick getting the Power Fist and then buying another Power Fist. The Fist of Brockus does the same damage, but you get None Shall Fall. But he goes down in seconds. His double Wraith Lord. Look at this guy. 66 hit points. He's still there. Where are the Purgation squad? They have Psy Cannons. Why are they not shooting at this Wraith Lord? That was Emperor's Wrath, was it? Can't be. He's down. What was that? No idea. Ravena Brood. Need to wait for this Brood Nest to come back up. And the Psy Cannons do not take down that Wraith Lord. And the Baneblade went down as well. Huge mistake from Adila. Should have pulled it away as soon as he saw the knobs. 338-27. Blue team. Absolute nightmare of an engagement there. And it's a double cap for red. It's going to be a triple. Yarrick not too pleased with his teammates right now. Dark Riku gets some paladins on the field. Heavy melee, super heavy infantry. With a passive damage buff and damage resistance buff as well. Can teleport of course, but cannot retreat. 294-27 and the triple cap is up for red. Can they hold on? We have some commandos on the field for Boris. These guys recently got a buff in that they now cap at the same rate as tactical marines. That is 50% faster. Boris with a level 2 Nob squad now. Almost taken down this Commissar Lord who's level 3. Good grief. Some guardsmen just got absolutely owned by these commandos. Throwing a burner bomb. Wow. Inquisitor trying to decap mid with her mandate up, but this makes her invulnerable. It doesn't last forever though. And now it's down. Nobs need one more hit and she'll go down in retreats. Yes, maybe it was a mine that got her. Either way, she's down. 225-27. Here comes Dark Riku with his paladins. Wraith Lord has been repaired. Webway gate up here from Hans. And here come those Purgation as well with those Psy Cannons. These guys level 3. That was an Ethereal Slash. And here's an Orbital Bombardment. This could be absolutely devastating from Dark Riku. He has caught his own brother captain who will go down from Wraith Lord melee. And here's a Rocks from Boris. Devastating stuff. Absolutely crazy ending to the game. 186-27. Both of the Wraith Lords taken out by that. Brother captain went down. Loads and loads of stuff killed here by the Rocks. There's an Autuck drop. Is she going to tie up that Purgation? She is. This Rhino is still going. It's level 4 now. 164-27. Meanwhile, bottom is red and Orks scaring off the guardsmen. You see the husk of the Baneblade still here. 157-27. Lehman Russ on the way for Adila. And look at what we have here. We have some Cadian Kasrkin, or however the hell you say that word. These are the new unit for Imperial Guard. At the moment they are a tier 3 squad, but when they are finished they are intended to be a tier 3 upgrade for guardsmen. Already level 2. 133-27. Here's a Hell Fury strike from Adila or Dark Riku. Both of them have it. Paladins taking tons and tons of damage here. They do have a decent amount of health. 5250. Not quite as much as Grey Knight Terminators, but they're taking big hits from the Venom Brood. Terminators are large units, so anti-vehicle weapons like these Venom Cannons are very good against them. And they lose a model. There's a grenade. Can he finish off this Paladin squad? We also have some Kasrkin from Yarrick now. Basically they are elite stormtroopers. They can get grenade launchers, melters, plasma guns, start off with hell guns, and they can get this weapon expertise which buffs all of their guns. It doesn't at the moment buff the melter guns. They're still working out what buff to give them. I suggested giving them the ability to critically hit or just a range buff. We'll see what they go for. Lehman Russ is going top. and has the Vanquisher. HansMoleman going for his third Wraith Lord. Floid now has some Gene Stealers under melee synapse. 1-0-1-27. Red team still holding on, but there's 2-1. Down goes the Rhino. There's Purgatus stopping this Nob squad in their tracks. 94-27. Mines dropped. This is a flare from the Commissar Lord. Here are the Kasrkin. Yarrick has gone for plasma guns on his, and Adilas have grenade launchers. Gene Stealers here have infiltrated because they were idle, but they're going to get owned here by the Kasrkin and that Guardsman squad. But they do get away. Battle wagon on the field for Boris, using its death roller, trying to desperately stop this cat. We have the Holy Armor of Terror, of Titan, sorry, up on the brother captain. He's level 4, also has the Nemesis Warding Staff. He's going to go down here, but he does finish the cap. Unbelievable. 73-27. And what's going on here? Ortok forced off by the Kasrkin and some Inquisitorial Stormtroopers who are level 4 from Dark Riku. Leman Russ in a bit of trouble. That's another orbital bombardment on these Tyranids. All 3 beams put here. That is devastating to those Tyranids. Have any of them lived through this? They have. I don't know how. Level 3 Raveners survive with 18 hit points, down to 10 as they retreat. 63-27. Bottom looks pretty safe for red. Boris holding with his Orks. It's up to Hans and Floid to take care of these VPs now. 1-to-1 cap. Inquisitorial Stormtroopers and Cadian Kasrkins. They start with 1200 hit points, by the way, amongst 5 members, which is not bad for a ranged squad. Don't want to get into melee with Nobs though. We do see none shall fall, so none of this infantry will die, and Emperor's Wrath is up on the Commissar Lord. 63-23. A single cap for blue. Dark Riku now has Grey Knight Terminators and another strike squad. He has a very, very nasty melee force, and Nobs cannot stand against that, not even them. Wraith Guard on the field for HansMoleman as well. Short range artillery unit, huge damage to all targets. Tons of stuff dying. Battle wagon goes down though to those paladins. Inquisitor with her mandate up, and she has put judgment on something. Here it is, on the Raveners, and she's decapping. Something is decapping. It's the Dire Avengers. Can he finish this cap? 63-7. Blue team have their natural in the bag, I think. Warlock will try and take it, but he's not going to get through all of that stuff. Hell guns bring him down to size. Blue team just need to take this bottom VP, and they'll have this for a few seconds. Gene Stealers in amongst with their rending claws. Big Hell Fury strike there. Here come the Nobs. Again, a level 3 Nob squad. Look at that hit points. 4,500. Wraith Guard caught in melee by the Paladins. Blue team have the bottom. 63-4. 3, 2. Can they decap in time? They can decap in time. It's 63-1. What is this? A Wraith Lord is trying to harass this VP, tying up the Purgation squad, who are probably level 4 by now. Yes, they are, but there is the victory. Blue team did decap bottom. Look at the ruckus going on here, trying to fight for this VP. Nobs, Terminators, some Gene Stealers in there, some Kasrkins in there. Sorry, Stormtroopers with metal guns. Another Leman Russ hit the field as well. There is the game, guys. Almost an epic comeback by red team. Huge losses mid-game by blue. Dark Riku losing his level 3 strat squad quite needlessly up here. Baneblade should have been moved much earlier for Adila as well. but they came back in the end and just about take it with 63 VPs. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next time.